It's XCOM2. We're back again. Hello. We're in the aftermath here of Operation Malefactor Armor, a mission in which we lost Lianlu. KIA running a Overwatch gauntlet from an Advent Hunter. Flew too close to the sun. On the bright side, full rack of promotions on a almost as bad as losing Lianlu side. We've got a bit of a wounded squad. Zari, Trollpants, and Aussie Mix are going to be out of action for a little bit. So, in terms of missions, the last one was not the greatest display overall, but it was a successful mission. So you take that as a win. Let's take a look at these promotions. Dirthel, our sapper. We've got blast padding, which is a point of armor and takes less damage from explosions. Bit of extra mobility, which would actually be quite nice. And then reduced damage whenever Dirthel is attacked through full cover. I think in this scenario, the point of armor, just to give that little bit of extra protection, is probably going to be the best bang for the buck. Nacho, up to Sergeant now. We've got Soulbind. 50% chance to steal some energy from targets that live after they are attacked, which is super nice. Normally, Nacho can only gain energy by killing something, and as well as that, killing something can regenerate 1 HP, giving Nacho that little bit of extra survivability. Consecrated Blades increases the damage of Rend, and as well as that, Psi energy stored can increase the damage that those blades deal as well, but it reduces the amount of energy stored by -1. Castigate. I'm less enthusiastic about this one compared to the first two. Offensive abilities cast with energy apply stat penalties. So on the one hand, stat penalties sound nice. On the other hand, it's a will and psi offense stat penalty. Although the chance to hit / crit by 10% is pretty sweet. Or throwing a grenade or using an item no longer ends the turn. Now this is nice. Incidentally, lightning hands could potentially be decent. Psi strike be decent. Parry's pretty good, but we went with Bolt. I think in this instance, Soulbind kind of wins the day. That extra sort of chance to gain energy plus the healing. Yeah, go for the Soulbind. Zari, Sergeant, Marksman, which is pretty brilliant. High approach angle. Firing enemies lower than Zari when he's braced negates 50% of the defense that they've got from cover, which is just phenomenal. Ideally, and as we saw in the previous mission, like, it's going to be pretty important to get Zari and indeed any other marksman up to the high ground as soon as possible, get them braced and just get them firing. So high approach angle would do a lot of work. Holo targeting no longer ending the turn and lasting a bit longer is actually a pretty nice bonus. Holo targeting just gives the squad an extra percentage chance to hit a target for 2 turns. And Stalker, 10% crit chance against flanked enemies or enemies that can't see Zari, and the Stalk ability, which lowers their mobility and detection radius. So if you wanted to be a bit more sort of like stealth mode with the marksman, you could be. Just kind of what this scout track is going for here. I think though, I want to just build Zari up to be a, you know, thundering shots across the entire map kind of a sniper. So high approach angle is what we'll go for there. Sergeant Trollpants, our medic. we can make it so medkits don't actually cost an action to use, which is pretty nice. 2 mobility and 5 aim is massive. Or an additional revive charge and gives the revive extra HP, no longer ends the turn, and makes it so the team are more likely to enter a bleed out rather than just dying immediately when they reach 0 health. This is a tough call between combat conditioning and advanced trauma kits, in my opinion. Combat conditioning would make Troll Pants that little bit more aggressive. Trauma kits, honestly, it's an insurance policy, and emergency aid's got a lot going for it as well. I think, given that we're already looking at 75 aim and 30 mobility here, an extra 2 mobility and bringing that aim up to 80 will make it so Troll Pants can kind of become a damage dealer in his own right, on top of being able to zip around keeping people alive. So combat conditioning is going to be the play here. And finally, Ozzymix, Corporal Ozzymix, I should say, the tech specialist. I'm going to keep this one relatively simple. Partial cover could give as much defense as full cover, which isn't necessarily bad at all. Free battle scan is nice as well. However, 1 point of standard armor. Again, just thinking about survivability now. Yeah, we'll run with that. And finally, Lianlu will live on in our struggle. Rip, rip, rip. Rip in peace, as they say. Okay. We got a good little chunk of supplies from that mission, which is, like, considering the disaster that it ultimately was. It was a win in quite a few ways. The additional layer in core is nice. 67 supplies is nothing to sort of shake your head at. And the priest autopsy in the research pool does actually unlock some interesting stuff. And we've countered the Made Whole Dark event as well, which means that the Chosen, at least for a little while longer, are going to remain with their weaknesses, which is the whole reason we actually went and did that mission. Zari did get a trait as well, the Risk Taker trait. So let's just take a look at what that means. I do believe... Oh no, he's not tired actually. Interesting. Oh, he was wounded though. So, where are you, Zari? Risk Taker, -5 aim when out of half cover. So, all the more reason to keep Zari in that cover. We don't really like an aim penalty, no matter what. Here we go. Back to the all-important map. Before we went on that mission, Black Market was on the cards, and that's going to continue to be the case. We're going to scan the Black Market, hopefully unlock it before anything else happens, and then we'll think about zipping back down and grabbing that scientist. Losing Lianlu does help a little bit with the crew situation in its own way. Okay, so they're interested in Advent Trooper corpses and PCS speed. Well, loath though I am to sell a mobility PCS, we aren't able to use it, and we won't be able to use this until we get the Guerrilla Tactics School. So we'll go for that. The Trooper Corpse is used for nanoscale vests, and I do believe that needs 2. So I think we can probably go for... Yeah, we'll sell 4 of those just for now. Anything else? Not presently, no. Okay. Our supplies are suddenly looking a lot healthier, which is great. And we can buy things from the Black Market here as well. It costs us intel to do so. Right now we've got 181 intel, which ain't so bad. I'm kind of thinking that because we just do not have any, 30 alien alloys for 35 intel. Yeah, I think that's worth the buy. It's a good little injection of alien alloys to actually get us started with a few different things. Would you believe? Not a bad little run on the black market there. The Stun Lancer Autopsy is almost done. 1 day left on that. And we're closing in on getting the Proving Ground. Infirmary's still got 12 days on it. And we're still clearing alien machinery. We still only have 1 engineer. However,
Commander, we've got local resistance forces waiting to make contact, but
we are about to get a new unit from the Reapers.
Avenger plotting new course.
So let's just scan for another 11 hours, see who that is.
Some of our people are a little worse for wear after that last covert action, but if we give them time to rest, they'll be fine.
I believe that's a promotion for Obergard as well.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance.
And the Reaper there.
But our people fight for the same reason. For the world we once knew. Together we will end it. My people have thrown off the shackles of alien oppression.
And that gives us some additional faction orders and a few more covert actions as well. That's not a bad faction order because it basically means that even if we are dealing with like a lost brute, one of the ones that's got an alarming amount of HP, as long as we land a shot on it, it dies. That, on the other hand, is big. That is massive. Excavation speed being increased by 50% is something that I think we can make use of fairly quickly. Let's just take a quick look at those. So that's the aim bonus that I was mentioning earlier. It's +2 is not exactly hitting the mark. Kind of hoping for a little bit higher than that. Moderate chance of an ambush as well just means that I'm not interested in that mission right now, unfortunately. Switching back then, let's just take a quick peek. In fact, just gonna scan a little bit further there. Where am I? Here I am.
This will prove to be an important step forward. Although Advent clearly intended
So the Stun Lancer unlocks us quite a few things. The Experimental Blade doesn't really matter to us. The Vibro Blade doesn't really matter to us. The Advanced Arc Thrower, on the other hand, yeah, I can get behind that. The Power Relay Construction could be something that we look at. Although 5 days as well, huh?
The aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to
I think that's probably worth going for. Let's grab the sectoid autopsy.
To one myself. Countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field. The sectoid's rapid physical evolution over the past 20 years is a testament.
And that's unlocked the Mind Shield for us and a new research path. The Mind Shield stops things like those mind controls that we got 2 of in the last mission from happening to whoever has it equipped. It's not really an item I really used all that often, if I'm being completely honest though. But we might end up finding a use for it yet, who knows. Unfortunately, we can't do anything regardless because we're lacking the Illyrium crystals. I am gonna spend the 5 days on the Power Relay construction though. Making that cheaper just seems like a really good idea, actually. We'll have a look at the Reaper in a bit. For now, let's just keep scanning and see what happens next. We've got a covert action, and that is actually our Hunt the Chosen covert action, which is great. And a promotion for Athos, that looks like.
additional intel on the Chosen as a result of our latest action.
And we got a bit of influence with the Templars, which is super nice. And 20% extra soldier XP, also nice. And yeah, it was Athos. Carry on. Okie dokie. So the next mission in the Hunt the Chosen track here will award us with 23 intel, and it is an infiltration mission. I do believe we'll go for this, given the fact that we've got 17 bodies ready to get going. So, sorry, Nacho and Dirthel, you are not going on this mission. Well, maybe you are. I haven't decided yet. Who are we going to send? First of all, let's take a look at what Athos is going to be promoted into. Engineer or Phalanx. I think an engineer with 30 mobility, yeah. So that's another flamethrower. 40 mobility now, good lord. I am going to swap that just to the shotgun, however. Just to remind myself to keep that shotgun. I don't think we'll bring that on this mission, although maybe we will. I'm not quite sure. A medic, yeah, we'll bring tactical. Kind of inclined to bring the marksman here, actually. Or do we bring a hooker as a combat engineer? We'll bring Grim as a phalanx. We'll bring a combat engineer, and we will bring Huckett rather than Lunko, just because of Lunko's brain still needing a little bit further recovery. Same goes for Athos down there as well. And then finally, honestly, I'm kind of inclined to bring the Reaper. Yeah, let's bring the Reaper. However, before we look at the promotion, we need to give this Reaper a quick makeover, because it's spawned in as Raven, and Raven is not in the character pool. So, one moment. And we're back. A Reaper is born. Say hello to Corporal Griffith, our Reaper. And we open with a promotion, and we can have a quick look at Reaper as well. So Reaper is a kind of, I like to use them as a scout. They do come equipped with a sort of like mid-range rifle. So you can use them as a bit of a sniper if you're that way inclined. But yeah, I prefer them as a good old-fashioned scouting unit. Infiltration increases their hacking, which isn't so bad. Phase means that they don't trigger reaction fire, which honestly, given the last mission, which I'm just going to keep hanging over my head for ages now, wouldn't be so bad. What I'm actually going to go for, though, is Hawkeye. The +8 tiles to vision and standard weapon range is brilliant. In particular, the vision, because of what the Reaper's actually got going on elsewhere. So, their proficiency is Shadow Meld, and whenever they're concealed, they build up shadow stacks, which enhances their detection radius, i.e. makes that smaller, and increases their crit chance. this stacks up super quickly, and it's generally just really nice. It means that Griffith's going to be able to move around the field and just be able to get us so much information. Particularly useful on these infiltration missions when we've only got 4 in the squad rather than the 6. But yeah, they've got a bit of hacking going on. Ambush lets them overwatch even from concealment, which is quite nice. And they always start the mission with at least 1 stack of shadow. So they always start with these immediate bonuses. And then as they increase in rank, their shadow stack start increases as well as their maximum increases. So altogether, yeah, just a solid scouting unit. And capable of dealing a reasonable amount of damage as well. So, welcome aboard, Griffith. And I think this is going to be our infiltration squad. It's going to take them 4 days to initially infiltrate. We will probably over-infiltrate like we did last time. Going to take away the gas grenade from yourself there, Huckett. And I'm also going to swap the cannon for the shotgun. I think we'll probably just go with an unmodded one. Keep you guys relatively straightforward here. Grim's looking incredibly proud of himself there. I like it. Let's see how we get on once that mission is ready to go. That's another hunt mission for the Chosen there as well, so will just help us out eventually tracking down the assassin. We should see the proving ground unless a mission's about to pop. Okay, not a mission, but the Chosen Crackdown, which has decreased the income for this region by 25 supplies, which, you know, not my favorite. However, the proving ground is one of my favorites. So we actually need, as part of the main objectives, to build the Skulljack. As well as that, we get access to mechanized warfare, which will allow us to get robots. We can upgrade the chem thrower, which is the flamethrower. What this does is just builds one of these randomly. And then experimental ammo and experimental grenades, just one of these at random. And same goes for grenades there, incendiary gas or acid. 14 days on the Skulljack is pretty significant. However, I think it's going to be necessary for us to get this for reasons that will soon become apparent. So we'll get that started. It's going to take, as it says there, 14 days. But that's just the breaks. Scan, scan, scan. We should have the research on the power relays done. Yes. We'll take that, and then we'll get to work on alien alloy integration, which will give us a little bit of extra damage. As well, we will build that power relay, seeing as it's only going to cost us 40 supplies now. It'll take 12 days to build, which isn't so bad. We're going to use that as a holdover until we can eventually get this exposed power coil. This is really where I want the power relay to go, because this will just give massive bonuses to the power that we've got. Infirmary's almost done, amazingly. And we've got the supply drop closing in quite soon as well, so altogether, like, things are about to happen, I think.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now. You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month.
It's a big shame that the Chosen Retribution popped up just before this came in and we lost us 25 supplies, but them's the breaks. We are yet to meet the other 2 Chosen, so it's just the assassin that we're dealing with at the minute. And it looks like Made Whole's back in the list for dark events, and a hidden event that I'm not going to spend 25 intel on to uncover. So we don't know what this is, and we won't know what this is until either we counter it or it pops. But I think a lot of our effort, again, is probably going to have to go into dealing with Made Whole. Unfortunately. Now, decoys and deceptions has been doing us a lot of work, but excavation speed increased by 50% is going to be absolutely necessary. And then I think this one's probably going to be deeper learning to increase the XP gains by 20%. Let's see if we can get people ranked up that little bit faster, huh? Okay.
My people will listen, whether they like it or not.
Rookies, supplies, and let's check our list of covert ops. Reduce avatar project progress. We can negate the capture, minor on ambush. I think I'm okay with that, so yeah, we'll get this one rolling. Gonna need a sergeant, and we have the option of Rymir or Nacho. I'll send Rymir. And a free point of health, which isn't ever going to be bad. Phalanx would be quite tempting for that. Marksman doesn't really get much from it. I'm just looking at frontline stuff for this, really. Reed would actually be not a bad idea, but do we have a assault infantry? We don't. It's only got we've only got Reed. Of course, because Lianlu, 8 dirt, and our other assault infantry is Rymir. Okay. So who do I want to get this extra health point? We've only got 2 field medics as well, unfortunately. So that would probably not have been a bad idea. Let's actually give it to the Goonstone. And we will allocate those supplies. I don't want to risk capture at all. Given the fact that there's a potential ambush that could happen here, we're going to get rid of the civilian's disguise that seems to be equipped. No, it's just a weird outfit situation. Back to the wardrobe, one moment. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, we've taken care of all the business that we can. See you guys in 12 days, give or take a matter of hours. Exhaustive training's still there. Not a bad resistance order. We have got 15 available. Maybe we can get the exhaustive training on the go now, actually. Moderate chance of a wounding here. I actually think, you know what, we're going to send Arc Enemy on that and get Arc Enemy a free promotion, and we'll also send we'll send Giga. That seems about right. Yeah, Arc Enemy and Giga. See you guys in 9 days, 11 hours.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
Okay, I think that's good for coverts for now. We've reduced the Avatar project, the Hunt for the Chosen's carrying on, and exhaustive training. Cool. We're finally going to get this scientist. And hacking the computer here is available, but I think I mentioned before, we're going to over-infiltrate this. So, back to the scan. Alien machinery.
Maximum power consumption reached.
That's super nice. We've still only got that one engineer, so get away activating that 13 days is phenomenal. That resistance order, that's giving us the 50% reductions doing work. The scientist at last. Yeah. Okay. yes, we will take that supply drop now
Avenger
as well.
plotting new course.
All the scientists do really is just increase our research speed. But before the supply drop, protect the device. .78 intel, although that could be halved. Air patrols means we're going to see reinforcements, and Exalt are running a large-scale exercise in this area as well, which means that we are going to see Exalt. Okay. Well,
Setting course for the eastern U.S.
you see a mission, you do a mission. Especially with 13 folks ready to go. We're in a subway. Protect the device. It's probably my least favorite mission type, honestly. We're going to want to bring some heavy hitters on this. It's going to be a difficult mission, and I think this is our first encounter with Exalt as well. So let's take a look at rank. Can't believe that Nacho's back in the field. Unfortunately, Apprehension is still tied. We'll bring Shand in. And we will bring... Yeah, we'll bring Reed as the assault infantry there. We don't have a medic available from the looks of things. Where are the medics? Tactical is infiltrating and Tropance is wounded for 4 more days. Huh. What's the timer on this mission?
Commander,
Never mind the timer on the mission.
continue to make progress on the Avatar project.
Okay,
They're
8 hours. Yeah,
slowing
we've got to
down.
go.
We'll need to move fast.
It's a shame. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to wait those 4 days for Tropance to become available, so we had a medic, but no such luck. We'll have to do without. So then, I think we bring... Let's get Athos in the field, although yeah. Yeah, let's bring Athos with the flamethrower. In fact, maybe I want 2 flamethrowers, you know. Subway mission, so it's going to be pretty tight quarters. Although that said, an extra combat engineer would be a 3rd shotgun, which I'm less enthusiastic about. I think a phalanx is not a bad idea at all, and then thinking subway, walls, sapper. Kalani is pretty close to hitting a promotion. Dirthel's a little bit further away. Zentrisa is very far away. I think we bring in Kalani. And then we just need to do a quick equipment check. And then we'll make a move. So, Nacho's weapon still can't be upgraded. C'est la vie. Actually, let's take a look at your loadout. We've got, yeah, we'll keep you on the assault. And can we do with this? 5% aim on the reactions. Yes, please. Reactions, 5% aim. Less enthusiastic about the Wildcats on the assault rifle. For Reed, simple choices here, really. Increase short range accuracy and Wildcat every time. Also got Athos riding a shotgun here, so we might as well get the 2nd Wildcats on that. Zed's got a smoke grenade, which yeah, I'm fine with. Kalani, I think Frost Bomb. And then we also have the gas grenade, which I'm thinking Athos actually is going to be the most suitable for. And is there anything worth building here? Magnetic grenade actually is not a bad call. We could also build the Shadow Keeper. In fact, we will. And magnetic grenade, I think we will. We'll swap out Kalani's base grenade with the mag. And Zed gets the Shadow Keeper.
The way this one is sighted in, there's no excuse for missed shots.
Which is a weird looking little gun, but it does work. And I think that's going to be us. I'm always so concerned about pressing a launch mission. Filled with trepidation. Such as it were. And I'm kind of second guessing this mag grenade on Kalani. But no, I think giving that the extra range that Kalani's grenade launcher can provide it is reasonable. Yeah. Let's lock this in. Let's go.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace ready to deploy.
I'm inclined to say that we're going to Quebec for this one. Just looking at the general geography of Canada. And this entire campaign so far has been the Canadian experience. Oh boy.
The Resistance set up a data tap on the Advent network through an
Labrador,
access point in this
huh?
area. They've been retrieving data critical to the aliens' latest
Operation Headwaltz.
Unfortunately, Advent picked up on the signal and are moving to destroy the emplacement.
Well,
We need to move in and eliminate any hostile forces.
we'll
threatening
get started
that
on
place.
Operation Headwaltz next time. It's been another sort of admin episode, such as it were. But the admin is just as important as the shooting in XCOM. So yeah, see you next time when these 6 fine folks get in there and protect the device during Operation Headwaltz. Thanks very much. Ciao for now.